man, it's the one and only DJ Chase, the pregame part of this podcast right here on WDJC DB DJ Chase Radio, Spotify podcast, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. Today we got a nice episode. This episode is brought to you by College Radio Directory. Use the promo code DJ Chase and Groover, the platform, the hottest platform to get in touch with you, that you get in touch with labels, players, curators that review your music content and get real feedback from real people. Today we got hot fire, super hot fire Antigua Caribbean recording artist. My guy Tiga in the building. What's good, King?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up? Good, good. Loving the introduction, man.
For sure, man. And today I want to talk about your background. You know what I'm saying? Not too many interviews about you, but I want to get people to know, I want people to get to know you, you know what I'm saying, a person. Um,
Sure.
for sure, for sure. And with that being said, you are from Antigua, correct? Or Miami?
Yeah, nah, I was born in Jamaica, raised in Antigua. Yeah.
Okay, copy, copy. So you're raised in Antigua, right? How was it
Yeah.
growing up? How was it growing up in Antigua for you?
Man, it was nice, bro. I mean, it's a quiet lifestyle, so it's peaceful. I mean, as a kid, it's a lot of just like running around in the village with my friends and playing
Hmm.
football, riding bicycles, swimming.
Hmm.
Yeah, nice. It's a nice
Yeah.
way to grow up, man.
For sure, for sure. And you grew up with both your parents or just your mom or just your dad?
Yeah. Both parents, both
For
parents.
sure, for sure. And how did you come up with the name Tiga?
Tiga, it's funny, man. I actually didn't even come up with it myself.
Yeah.
When I started recording music, I was recording with some friends in Miami and I recorded my first song. They'd encouraged me to do it because I was just like, I used to like freestyle and just have fun and play around with it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I recorded the first song and we were just not sure of what to title it as or what's in the beat. So they were just like, yo, like, what's the name?
Yeah,
And I have no idea. And they
yeah.
were just like, well, you're from Antigua, so Tiga. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it, Tiga. And then it just Antigua since.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And were your parents involved in any entertainment like that?
No, not
Oh,
really.
okay.
My dad, when he was younger and like in Jamaica, he had a sound system, so he would
Mm,
he'd rent out his sound and put on shows and events and stuff like that. But
yeah.
in terms of singing or making music, nah, nobody.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. And what made you, you know what, say, you know what, out of all things, I could have been a doctor, I could have been a lawyer, because you know Caribbean parents don't play that. What
Yeah.
made you want to be an artist?
Man, since I was a kid, really, I used to I've always loved music, always been that guy that always has headphones in or a speaker playing
Hmm.
music. As a kid, like I just always messed around and me and my brothers would like my older brother, we used to just like make random songs and mess around. And then I was always in like the choir or different things for school, singing musicals and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I guess I've always kind of been interested in it,
Hmm.
but I never actually pictured myself making music until I was in college. And then I started there. And
Hmm.
since then, it's just like a dream that I just
Yeah,
continue to pursue.
yeah, for sure, man. And what you majoring in college?
Business.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I got a bachelor's business degree. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. You know, you got to apply that to this music, this crazy music business. You know what I'm saying? And how do you feel? I do want to ask this question. How do you feel about Caribbean music shifting more to from traditional dancehall soca to more Afro beat, kind of like I'm a piano sound. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I love it, man. I feel like it's always good to adapt or like evolve, I guess you could say, and keep changing it up.
Mm,
Because it really has, I mean, for a very long time, Caribbean music, it's been either dancehall or soca or calypso,
mm,
where you're not really like a Caribbean artist. They don't push it the same way. So
mm.
like now the shift and how it's changing, because even the dancehall itself is moving away from like the traditional
Yeah,
dancehall. It's really like taking a lot of influence from rap and like
yeah,
trap and
yeah.
drill, then also the Afro beat. So I just think it's cool, man. I'm loving it. I'm here for it.
Okay, got you, got you. And who did you listen to growing up?
Well, as a kid, I listened to a lot of different stuff. I mean, I used to listen to a lot of rap growing up. I was big in
Mm,
like 50 Cent, Eminem, like
yeah.
Lil Wayne, those kind
Okay.
of guys. Yeah, it's like my first listening device was like one of those iPod shuffles
Yeah.
where you have no idea what's coming next. You just load the song up
The
and just
white one,
play.
yeah, the little white iPod
Yeah,
shuffle, yeah.
it was like a USB stick. You could
Mhm.
just stick it into the computer. And
Yeah.
I remember like I think my uncle had filled it up, and I remember DMX lose your mind or whatever it was
Yeah,
on
yeah.
with all the swear words as a kid, like it played, and I was just like, yes, this is my jam right here. So
Yeah,
as
for sure.
I listened to a lot of rap growing up, and then when I got into high school, I started listening to a lot of dancehall, so a lot of
Mm,
like Vibes Cartel, Popcorn, Black
yeah.
Rhino, like all those guys, the whole Gaza Gully beef and all
Good
of that.
times. Good times, brother.
Yeah, that's the best time for dancehall for me, man. That
Yeah,
era of
yeah.
dancehall, I know it all. Now it's too hard to keep up.
Yes,
There's
you can't
just
keep up. Mm,
yeah, a new dancehall artist is made every week.
yeah.
But back in that time, that's what I listened to a lot of. And then I also dabbled in a little bit of rock, pop.
Mm,
I try to
okay.
listen to everything. Yeah.
Got you, got you. And who would you say would be like your biggest influence?
Ooh, in music,
Mm,
honestly, one of the biggest influences I had is it's gonna be a random one, but Juice World, man.
okay, okay.
I know it's crazy, but I just feel like his versatility and what he could do, and like his work ethic and how he made his music and how much music he made in the short time
Mm,
that he was around. He was one of the artists, like there was that it's that time period where it's just like I feel like artists were just dying, bro,
mm,
unfortunately.
mm.
He was one of them that when he passed, I was just like, damn, like
Yeah,
wow, that
yeah,
one was yeah. So between him and then as a kid as well, Eminem just being like
yeah.
rapper he was and like a white
Yeah.
rapper. And I feel like I'm somebody that I guess doesn't fit traditionally into like the
Mm,
Afro demographic or
mm,
dancehall and these things. So I think when I say like I make Afro beats music, a lot of the time people are kind of like shocked, like, really? Like you can do that?
yeah.
So I feel like he's somebody who inspired me as well, because just in the sense of doing something that's kind of like outside the box for me, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So
Yeah, no doubt, man. And I do want to ask you this question. At what point, because you know you got a bachelor's of business, like I said, you could have been a business owner, you could have did a lot, you know. What made you want to do music full time?
So I took a break for a while. I mean, my family, my dad, he has a few, well, he started a few companies in Antigua when I was a kid, which
Mm,
is why we moved there. We're in tourism, so like Stingray City, a few things like this.
mm,
And so that was always the plan was I'd go to school, I'd
mm,
get my degree, I'd come home, I'd help with the family business.
yeah.
But then when I started doing music, my family supported me. My dad was always very supportive.
Mm,
My mom was also really supportive and
mm.
supported of what I was doing. So I pursued it a bit, but it wasn't as full time. And then my dad passed away
I'm
two
sorry to hear
years ago.
that. Mm,
Yeah, he passed away 2 years ago, and I stopped. I was just like, okay, well, I'll
mm,
focus on the family business. I'll do what I have to do.
mm,
And then I met my manager, Jay, and he's from Nigeria originally, lived in the States, and
mm,
we met randomly, man. And he kind of like started saying he wanted to manage me and
mm.
open up the option of going to Lagos and recording some music and seeing the vibes. And
Yeah,
so I did and recorded this whole project and then dropped that. And I was just like, well, this is the time, like
yeah,
if I'm gonna try again, this is the time to try. I'll put my everything into it,
yeah,
do my best and see where it goes. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
only a decent decision to do it full time. But
Okay, gotcha. Got
yeah,
understood. Nothing wrong with that. You know, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that you actually kind of lead into my next question is this. How in the world did you end up from Antigua to Lagos? How did you just wander over there?
Yeah, so like I said, with my manager, it was just like like I said, he's from here originally.
Mm,
Knows bio. So he was just like, yo, like I've got some good people over there. He had never managed an artist before, but he
mm,
said he always wanted to do, and he had some people over here that could show him the ropes, show us the ropes, and see how we make it happen.
mm.
And it's a far away from home for sure, and it's a big risk, you know what I mean? Everybody's like, oh, like Nigeria, like it's so far from home and this and that. I was
Yeah.
just like, like I trusted him. I
Mm,
felt like, he was good people, the energy that he showed me and that I received from everybody and on phone calls with bio and everything. It just seemed like really good energy. So I was just like, you know what?
mm,
You live once, there's without
yeah.
any risks, you can't really get a reward and
Yeah.
let's do it. So I just booked the flight and then the rest is history.
For sure, for sure. Got you. And what makes Lagos such a great city?
Well, t to me, honestly, it's the energy, man. Like
Mm,
the people, the support that I've been receiving from everybody. Just the open arms. You know, I mean,
Mm,
like where I'm from, it's a small place, but I feel like it's so hard to like really capture like
mm,
the people's love and how they engage with you. And from the day one of like coming to Lagos, it's just been all love. Like walking out the airport, it's always welcome
mm,
home, like,
yeah.
you know, welcome superstar or anything. And I'm just like I'm not at that level, you know what I mean? Where I've got people superstar, superstar. So like just walking out the airport and having that embrace from everybody, even in the studio, working with the different producers,
Mm,
artists, writers, whatever it is, like everybody's just always arms open, like just
mm,
welcomes.
yeah.
For me, that's what I love the most. I think the people have just made it a welcoming experience. You know, everybody just says
Mm,
welcome home. And I've met a few people like this trip coming back. I've been seeing people that I saw the first time, and they're just like welcome, you know, like they're happy
yeah.
to have me back. It's just everybody remembers. So for me, that's what I love the most is
Yeah.
just the people and the culture, man.
Yeah, for sure. That's dope, man. And I do want to
Yeah.
ask this now. What are some misconceptions that about Africa or Lagos in general, just Africa in general, that Americans have?
I feel, I feel like for Nigeria, I think like the main one that comes up all the time is like scamming or this
Yeah,
and that.
yeah,
Unfortunately, but I mean, since I've been here, I really haven't experienced anything like that. There's not been anybody really just trying to like take me for what I've got or anything like
yeah.
that. I think it's a big
Yeah.
misconception. I think everybody should come out to Africa, you know, and
Mm,
I haven't been to many other places. This trip, I plan to go to a few more. So I'll be going to like Abuja, which is another city in
mm,
Nigeria. And then I'll go to like Kenya, Tanzania, and a few other places. So I'll be able to speak for other spots. But
mm,
for Lagos in specific, man, I think everybody should come. I think it's a great place. I think as long as you know, you come with the right people or just with the right group where
mm.
you really just enjoy yourself and enjoy the culture, enjoy the food and the people. I think it's worth it, man.
Yeah,
I've really enjoyed my time here.
yeah.
I'll keep coming back. This is my second. It won't be the last time. I'll,
For
I'll
sure,
be
for sure.
coming back.
You coming back to the States anytime soon? It's getting crazy over here, but you coming back to the States
Yeah.
anytime soon? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was just there. I was just in LA and
Okay.
New York. I go to Miami quite a bit since I went to school there. I've got a lot of
Mm,
friends over there. So I visit Miami and also Miami is like one of the hubs where if you fly out of Antigua, a
mm.
lot of the times you have to pass through Miami to
Miami.
get
Hmm.
anywhere else in America or
Yeah.
even some places in Europe, you have to pass through London a lot of the times. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'll definitely be back in America sometime this year for sure.
For sure, man. Now let's talk about some music. I love your song "No Beef" with Pharaoh
Thank
47.
you, man.
The drill kind of.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
How did you
Yeah.
link up with Pharaoh 47?
So that was something that again Bio had put together. He was one of the artists that we worked with during this camp when I was here the first time, and a producer Enaz, he's the one that produced that track, cooked up a fire beat. I
Mm,
had no idea what to expect. I hadn't listened to any of Pharaoh's music before that,
mm.
but he linked up and we played him some of the music I had been working on. Enaz played that beat and we just started freestyling and vibing and we both had a vibe and we just said okay let's get it and recorded that track and it was fire, man. It was real
Yeah,
dope working with him.
for sure, for sure. Now the new album, This Is Legos. Why that title in particular?
So that title came about, I think it was like the second day I was
Mm,
here. And we were at the bar. It was myself, my manager Jay, my friend Wonka from Antigua, Bio,
mm.
and Eze, and we were just kind of sitting down having some drinks and we were just talking about Legos. And I must have asked a question or something came up. And Bio, I think it was Bio, he was like, this is Legos. So then Eze was like, that's it. That's the title right there. So from there, it kind of
Yeah.
stuck as like this is Legos. But for me personally, I stuck with that name because all the music was recorded here, all
Hmm.
the production was done here, the mixing, mastering, engineering, the features,
Hmm.
everything was done in Legos. So for me, it's like I know some people might hear the title like this is Lagos and then
Yeah.
they see me or know I'm not from there and they think like, oh, like who's this guy like claiming this is Lagos? But for me, it's paying homage, man. Like I feel
Yeah.
like I did everything here. I really wanted to embrace my like immerse myself in the Nigerian culture, the Afro beat sound, and
Hmm.
create something that was like a fusion. So I feel like for me, it's like paying homage. Like this is
Yeah,
Lagos. This is
yeah,
this is my experience of
yeah,
being here.
yeah,
So that
yeah.
stuck with that.
Well,
Yeah.
even another one of my favorite records, expensive-ish. That record
Yeah.
is fire. That's definitely that's for the clubs right there.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. That one
Yeah,
that feature when I got sent back that track, I was like,
yeah,
ah yes. Like this is one of them features that
yeah,
I want, that smooth Afro beats
yeah.
vibe. And yeah, the boy Miles killed his verse. It was another artist that was really just like a natural vibe when we linked up.
Hmm.
And I'd listened to his music the night before, but I was like, yo, we're linking with this the boy Miles. Listen to his EP.
Hmm.
And I listened to it. And he had this one song, the second song off his EP, and I was just like, yo, yes, like I can work with somebody
For
that can
sure.
work.
Yeah, no,
Sure.
that's definitely to me that's the best record. That's the best
Yeah,
record.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. And do you feel like your music has grown from Man's Like Me, like to now? Like, do you feel like it's grown?
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Hands Like Me was my first ever solo song that I put out.
Hmm.
It's crazy you mentioned that. Yeah, it's my first song I put out. That was when I was full blown like rap. I was like, I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
rapper. I'm making rap music.
Yeah.
And it was short lived. I think I dropped like two, three rap songs. It's like, nah, I want to do Afro beats, like a fusion kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I think it has really improved. I think my versatility has improved, my penmanship, like the way I write my songs and everything. So I
Mm,
think there's been a lot of growth.
yeah,
Yeah, from
yeah,
6 years ago to now, I think
yeah,
I've come a long way. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And Mozzie, you working with him exclusively, or how y'all link up?
Mazi was the same thing.
Big tunes right there.
Yeah, Mazi is another one. He was the first producer I worked with here.
Mm,
Like it wasn't the second day because I got to Lagos that first day. We had some events. We were just doing a lot of like running around,
mm.
events, a lot of drinking, watching football. And then the second day it was a holiday here, so we kind of just took it easy. I think it was like Easter Monday or something. So we kind
Hmm.
of took it easy. And then the next day we just got straight into it, and Mazi was the first producer I linked with. He showed up, and it was just a wicked energy again. Just
Mm,
everybody that I worked with, man, it just felt natural. It was
yeah,
good, and I didn't really get at any moment where it was just like like I'm not feeling the vibe or
yeah,
not my kind of energy. Everybody was just dope, and it was
yeah,
super creative. And yeah, Mazi, that was a dope, dope, dope link up for
yeah,
sure.
for sure, man. I do want to ask this because once again, my show is dedicated to music education. Are you signed to Island Cure Records, or that's your label?
So Island Cure Records is like a personal thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was myself and my manager. We kind of created that, and Antigua's got a very like small music industry. It's not
Mm,
very developed. There's no major labels or anything like
mm,
that. Something we kind of put together to just
mm,
see where it goes. So technically I'm kind of independent. There's no real
mm,
like major label push or anything like that. It's
mm,
just myself. I've been working with the team, Bio,
mm.
Richard, everybody that's working in the background to
Yeah.
push it at this industry level.
Mm.
So yeah, it's been really dope, but it's
Yeah, for sure.
more of a personal thing. Yeah,
No, I totally understand, man. You're doing a damn good job, for real, bro.
appreciate it.
Yeah, and one of my last questions is this: what has been like the hardest thing? We always talk about the great things of the music and the successes, but people never see the steps that it takes to get there. What has been the one like one just one like one of the hardest things you had to deal with in the music business?
I think the hardest thing is like, I guess you could kind of say like finding that motivation in a sense where it's like
Mm,
sometimes you just feel like you're going nowhere with it
yeah.
in a sense where you're making a lot of music, you're kind of spending a lot, you're doing a lot to push it, and then you don't see that like it's not an immediate
Mm,
like get back. So I
mm,
think that's one of the hardest things that can be quite discouraging as an artist is like you feel like this record, I've put my everything into it, and
yeah.
then you don't get the feedback you want, and it's just like,
Yeah.
ah, shoot, like what do I do? Um,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
for me, this record in specific, like this is Lagos. I set my goals for more than what I've accomplished before, but at the
yeah.
same time, nothing where it's like too crazy. And it's far exceeded my expectations so far. I
Mm,
mean, the feedback I've been getting on it,
mm,
just all the different media and radio interviews and things that I've been doing. I feel like I finally have accomplished something where I'm on the right path, where I
Mm.
can see like
Yeah.
it's going somewhere and there's a lot to get from this
Yeah.
and a lot to be accomplished. So
Yeah.
just happy, man. And I just feel like excited where it goes. And it's only
For
been
sure.
2 weeks, but
Yeah.
it's streaming and it's going well, man. So
Nah, for sure, man. You're
thanks
like I said,
for everybody
you're
that's
freaking
helping.
talented, bro. So, keep
Thank you.
pushing. This music game is not easy for
Nah, it's
anybody,
not.
sign major or otherwise. It's not easy for anybody,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and what's next for Tiga? What's next?
More music. I got a music video coming out. I think it's gonna drop tomorrow. Well,
Okay.
today, because it's well, for me it's today. For you, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Time differences. But yeah, I got a music video dropping today for Uptown Lover.
Mm,
So look out for that for sure. Just more music, hopefully more performances and
mm,
just vibes, man. I'm
yeah.
looking to keep going, keep taking it to the next level, and just trying to put Antigua on the map and just
Yeah.
keep doing. So
Yeah.
definitely look out for more stuff, just
Yes. Yes.
more and more.
And my very, very, very last question, I ask everybody this. This is like a badge of honor. I ask everybody this. Now, music is tough. You know what I'm saying? If you had a young artist or somebody that comes up to you and says, Tiga, what advice would you give them getting into the music business?
I'd say invest in yourself.
Mm,
I think a lot of people kind of like see music and again, they think of everything they can get from it, but not what it really takes to put into it.
yeah.
And one of the biggest things that I've had to experience and learn through the time, especially being an independent artist, is it takes a lot out of you personally, like just your funds and stuff. So I think invest in yourself. Like, don't be afraid to spend that extra money on a music video or pay the producer or buy a beat. Just invest in yourself. And if it takes sponsorship or whatever you need, don't like if you don't want to invest in yourself, then who's gonna invest in you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely just believe in yourself, invest in yourself, and
Yeah.
if you want to do it, do it. Don't let anybody tell you no, just do it.
Yeah, there we go. And
Yeah.
on that note, we are out of here. My guy Tiga, plug everybody. How can producers reach you? How can anybody get in contact with you? Plug everything.
Yeah, so my Instagram is Tiga_official. So Tigua_official. Twitter is the same thing. All my contact information's on my Instagram. So it'll have my booking email. It'll have my number, all these things that you can reach out to me. So definitely check me out on Instagram. Again, it's Tiga_official, Tigua_OFFICIAL.
Yeah, man. You know this, man. All the way from Lagos, man. My guy Tiga in the building. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
man, for
man.
coming on the
Thank you for
platform.
having me, bro.
You
Appreciate
already know,
it.
man. The new album, This Is Lagos, out now. Expensive shit, featuring that boy
And
Miles, playing right here on DJ Chase Radio.
one more thing, I just want to
What's
say
up?
thank you for having me on the show,
Yeah.
man.
Oh
Thank
man,
you to my
anytime.
family, my friends, everybody that supports. Again, Bio, Richard Dean for making this stuff happen and
Yeah.
just pushing it, man. I just really appreciate everything, and I'm
Yeah.
happy to be here. So thank you.
Oh man, for sure, for sure. This is gonna get blasted out. You're gonna see it on Facebook, Twitter, all that goodness. So
Yeah,
you're gonna
man.
see it
Appreciate
bumping. Yeah, man. Once again, DJ Chase, the pregame party of his podcast, right here on WDJC DB DJ Chase Radio. Download that mobile app, iPhone, Android, Spotify podcast, Apple Podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. And we are out. Yeah.